trying to do? Let's start with, you want to stand up so everybody can see and hear you as well?
One of the most interesting way to express what we are going, everybody is going through is the bubble issue. Because everyone is putting himself, whether in work or in the real life, in this bubble. And today the focus on this and to be, able to get out of it, get to know what others feels about you, thinks about you, and I think this is one of the interesting way to focus on this issue.
It's a good way to improve yourself, dealing with others within your department and your work place, and we are old enough to know some technique, but to improve it by expert people like Nader and Dan, it will be very helpful. Thank you.
One thing I learned about this course, that leadership has multi-directions, upward, downward, inward, outward. That was something very interesting to me, and I will work toward that. Plus, there is also good tactics and techniques I learned from the course, such as the coaching and careful listening to others' opinion and perceptions. Thank you all.
I learned in this workshop how to invest and control myself for future, and I have not cared about what happened wrong or correct, but I have to think what is coming and how it shall be correct or in good way. And thank you.
I learned from this workshop how important is the environment of the teamwork, and how important each one of the team, so that we will get good. I learned from this workshop how to be close to my subordinate and to close any gap between me and them, and I have to give them a clear objective to reach our vision and goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Great, actually, kind of course. What is beautiful about it is just I learned that leadership, it's a gray area. It doesn't have a definition. It's a judgmental, depends on the personality of the person in front of you, or even my personality also, and how I look at things perspective, which is one of the beautiful things beside the elements and the bubble, which is what my colleagues talk about. It's really great. The thing in the workshop we did, which is we are talking about the real situation, which we are speculated in the real situation. It's really beautiful because it makes you to come up with things without thinking about it. So it is a true feeling. It is really beautiful. Thank you.
Actually, I learned from the 2 days workshop techniques, and also the idea of the scenario to be initiator, be respond and observer, and to feel and act in the other direction, of as a manager, as an employee, as an observer. This is what the
Hello. I actually found the most interesting is dealing with different personalities. Being in operation, I have to deal with a huge number of operators. And actually it made me think about my earlier discussions with some people and how that fit in the different personalities. Hopefully I will try to use that information in the next future discussions. Thank you.
Hello, thank you. We got a lot of information from the 2-day workshop, but I think the most important thing is the definition of leadership and the techniques we learned from this 2 days workshop. we can become better leadership, inshallah, in the future.
The big idea for me was the exercise that we did and how to create more attempting environment at work. I know it is important, the recognition and appreciation. I didn't know that it is number one for employees. So for me, this is what the
For me, honestly, the bubble map was the first one we realized it, and I'm going to implement whatever I learn here about the leadership, and especially the examples like Google and other big companies, especially the example you were talking about the Inc. 500. So I'm going to read more about that. Thank you.
Actually, know some skill about to find the individual of the ability and the talent of the person.
I think let's say what I think that I get the most important. I think that I start to understand people and each kind of character, where it fits and the subject that we take. Especially, I want to reflect that in reality, and I try to say or let's say categorize my friends at work. This is persuader. This is all. I try to understand people more from the categories that you give. Moreover, that is sharing the whole ideas with my colleagues. I have better understanding how to interact with them and know them more, and I think this will help me tomorrow in my working place. For sure, it's a good opportunity to know everybody.
First of all, thank you for your endorsement for us. And really, the course was very interesting to me. There are some points which I would like to share with my colleagues about. The most interesting thing to me, in fact, was the skill map and the style map. As these two tools taught me about myself. What's my style and what's my strengths and what are my weaknesses. Moreover, with regard to the fact, how to analyze people around me, okay, and how to respond to each emotionally, and how to deal with the things and the behavior of others. These, I think, the things which I got a lot of benefits of, and now I think after this course I could apply something which I have learned from this course. Thanks a lot again.
The interesting idea I get from this course about change and improvement, it's come from this side. And also how to build a better working environment. And the last thing regarding how to improve people's performance by coaching. Thank you.
I would like to thank you all for participation in the course. The big idea of the course, which I concluded as that the leadership is a skills where it can be learned, improved, and developed. And this is what I'm going to do.
Talking about the one big idea is communication. It varies when you talk to different type of people, so you have to respond to everyone differently, depends on his style. But I would also to add to the one big idea is the 6 dimensions of the leadership. I think I have benefited from this and I will apply it.
Yes, hi, I'm Ahmed, and this fast track program was very beneficial and fruitful for me. I enjoyed it really. I'll mention 2 points. First point, the leadership assessment was very great tool to know where I am and my strength and area for potential improvement. So thank you. And the other thing is to know that leadership is not one rigid thing. It's a combination of elements and style we went through. and inshallah I will utilize it to bring up the most capability and energy in me and my team. Thank you.
First of all, thank you for this informative workshop. The most important thing I learned from this workshop was the multi-direction of leadership. Earlier, what I think about leadership, it is just giving instruction, coaching, but after this workshop, no, I have to approach my team, I have to learn from them, recognize them, motivate them, and also hear from them. Thank you.
To be frank, what I felt personally before even this program, that I had some good communication skills and socializing skills that I can approach a lot of people easily. But learning about the different type of people and the skills of a true leader and how can you use these skills, which fortunately I have tried it with some of the employees now, how to not just approach them, is how to get the output work and the desired effort from these employees in a better manner, in a manner that makes them happy and us happy. So that was the most helpful thing in this training course, and this is why I want to thank you so much about that.
First of all, I would like Dana and number two to thank you to the 2 months actually webinars, and now it's the workshop, which is magnificent working with you, gentlemen. For this workshop, I believe that it's for us, for me, and for my colleagues also. It's a big steps for us to change from the person as an employment persons to the leader persons, which is one of the issues that to changing the mind, changing different styles, changing techniques for these how to approach the employment. Which is this is for me it's a unique, it's a new issues and a new environment. This is number one. The second issue about analyzing about myself personality, which is this is the first time I got this results from the leadership to know what is the weakness of me. We will hope inshallah we'll get all these the results and try to work out with these results. So inshallah we'll see you this week. Thank you. I think the questions are there, but we'll pass it to the other.
First of all, thank you Dan and Nader for the opportunity. The big idea I learned here is leadership skills can be utilized to improve your leadership style. This is the biggest idea.
First, I want to thank Mr. Nader and Dan. Main things that change start from myself. Really, I learned many things from this workshop. Very nice workshop and very nice group.
Thank you very much for this. Thank you very much KNPC for the fast track program. I have a couple of points, of course. I learned a lot. I like the idea of the bubble. I told you that when I was doing my homework, and again the idea of style versus skills, and how to, if you like, be more engaged in terms of how to ensure that, given any circumstance or any situation in the workplace, how to be able to handle employees, be it upwards or downwards. And I also like the idea of the different styles of, or the different ways of management, if you like. I was kind of expecting that, we'd be having, if you like, a more personalized kind of workshop, depending on the results that, came out from the my assessment. I was kind of looking forward to, if you like, having, I don't know, if you would group us into small, tiny groups and focus on the actual,
gaps that we had. Like I told you yesterday, I thought I was a persuader. For me to get a 0 in persuasion and haram still. So that was one of the things. I was hoping that, but again, I'm hoping that the coaching sessions that would take place later would, help me in that. I think this would be a message back to KNPC about this. All the luck for my colleagues here. I've met so many I just, know over the phone or just heard of their names, but it's nice to see the faces behind the names, and hopefully, inshallah, all the luck for all of you. Thank you.
Great.
I will be very brief since you said only one word. The big idea here is to be a good leader. I have to think more and more how to make other people follow me for something good for them. This is what I learned. Thank you.
Nader and Dan, it's my pleasure finally guys meet you after especially the 3 months I think, or 3 webinars we have attended. Of course, so many terminologies like bubble thing and the humble sandwich, really interesting. But if I would go and say only one thing, it's really good to know that not only we can lead subordinates, but we can lead also bosses, and that's really very interesting. Thank you very much.
Dan and Nader, I'd like to thank you. You did a great job, Dan and Nader, this workshop. Although I recommend the workshop is too short, maybe next time we have it more longer. 2 days, yes, after 2 days we have a lot of information we gained from the workshop. And believe it or not, tomorrow I'm going to implement one of the information that I have got in finally. I really like the Google story, which I was reading about it for the past period. I have seen a TV show about Google, which I really recommend everybody to see that show. The organization of Google is different than KNPC, but the environment is really worth to be implemented in KNPC. I believe if we change KNPC to be like Google, we will have something really interesting. And I would like to, and if it is possible, I recommend to have a site visit to Google just to allow people to see what is going inside the Silicon Valley.
You can help arrange that.
Yeah. I really like the skill map, the sign map. It shows where are we good, where are we need to be improved. I'm trying also to take it, if possible, to do it for my staff, colleagues in the refinery, and try to enhance the work environment. I feel lucky that KNPC has nominated our names in this workshop. I feel that we are listed in the company.